Hello everyone, this is Goosebumps Godzilla, and today I'm going to be talking about the Bog Monster from How to Kill a Monster, and I'm going to try to figure out who exactly is the Bog Monster. So viewer beware, you're in for a scare, and let's get started. So, the Bog Monster is a pretty mysterious character. There's no vivid design in the book for the Bog Monster, and even in the movie, it's got this mysterious air about him. And so, we really don't know much about the Bog Monster, just fact-wise either. So this is going to lead into some spoilers for How to Kill a Monster, just so you know. So, he has a weakness to humans. He's allergic to humans, I mean. He has a family, or relatives. He's incredibly durable and can eat almost anything. And he's like a alligator slash gorilla with moss all over him. And that's all we know about the Bog Monster, which is really kind of sad because he's one of my favorite Goosebumps monsters. But then again, that air of mystery really makes him a very frightening antagonist, because most of the stuff you can think about him is in your head, and your head's a lot scarier than anyone can write down on page. And so, one of the mysteries about him, though, is who exactly is he? I know the Bog Monster's the Bog Monster, but he has to appear in some other Goosebumps stuff, because since there's more of his kind, since there's a whole family, they probably have at least appeared in the Goosebumps movies. And we could probably learn, not the movies, but the books, maybe the movie, and we can learn more about his species, and maybe even who exactly is the Bog Monster itself from How to Kill a Monster. So, yeah, when I first thought of who is the Bog Monster, I instantly thought that the Bog Monster was Man-Thing from Marvel Comics. And so this would make sense because, first off, the movie design and the design for Man-Thing, the Goosebumps movie design and the design for Man-Thing in the comics are very similar. Plus, R.L. Stine did write a comic book series on Man-Thing. I have not read those. No, I have not read those. I will try to read those, though. I'm not really into comics, but I just kind of like them. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So, but the thing that disproves that Man-Thing is the Bog Monster is, from the little research that I did do, I learned that Man-Thing can't actually talk. And in the end, for How to Kill a Monster, the Bog Monster talked to the main protagonist, telling them his weakness after he was already exposed to the weakness. And so, yeah, Man-Thing's out. And so, next one I thought of is sort of the DC counterpart to Man-Thing, and that is Swamp Thing. And so, this one does make sense that there's actually multiple Swamp Things in the Goosebumps universe, which means that would explain the whole family thing with the Bog Monster. They both look very somewhat similar, but the thing that throws me off is you cannot defeat Swamp Thing. You can defeat the Bog Monster, but it's impossible to beat Man-Thing. Not Man-Thing, but Swamp Thing. Because Swamp Thing obviously does not have a weakness to humans. He's basically immortal and can control plant life. If that's so, then Swamp Thing would probably not be able to stand being locked inside a room, and he could just use the whole force against the kids anyway. I mean, Swamp Thing is a lot more powerful, plus he's sort of like an anti-hero, I believe, and so why he would just randomly attack the main protagonist's grandparents' house is a little strange. So Swamp Thing is out. And then we're going inside the Goosebumps books with my next candidate, and that is the Shaggity. And so it makes sense that the Bog Monster is Shaggity. First off, they are both guaranteed to be in the same universe. Both are swamp monsters. But the thing that throws me off is, first off, the Shaggity is a good guy. The Bog Monster is a bad guy, so the Shaggity's instantly out, because if he's a good guy, he would not just randomly attack the main protagonist's grandparents' house in How to Kill a Monster. So that is automatically out. And also, his design's not exactly on par with the Bog Monster design, since the Shaggity actually is not covered in green moss. He's got the basic overlook design, but doesn't have the green moss all over him. So the Shaggity is out. And so after this, I was out of ideas. I couldn't think of anyone else. But then I remembered the main antagonist monster from Here Comes the Shaggy. I don't think they actually gave a name for it, which I wish they did, but they didn't, so that's kind of sad. But this guy could actually be the Bog Monster from How to Kill a Monster for multiple reasons. First off, so anyway, I have to tell you some spoilers for Here Comes the Shaggity. So main protagonist in Here Comes the Shaggity basically wanted to awaken the Shaggity because when you awaken the Shaggity, he'll basically be your slave and do whatever you want and follow your every command. So she wanted to awaken the Shaggity. I can't remember why, but she did so, but she messed up the ritual to bring out the Shaggity, and she unleashed another monster that was evil and would not follow her commands, and so it started attacking the town. So anyway, oh shoot, sorry about that. So anyway, so the main protagonist then gets the Shaggity out, and they do a whole monster battle, which I really loved. I kind of wish it was longer though. But anyway, in the end of the battle, the bad guy monster was flung inside the swamp. And that, honestly, if he is the Bog Monster, would lead into How to Kill a Monster. So, grandparents live deep inside the Georgia swamp. I think Here Comes Shaggy takes place in Florida. And since they're bordering states, it does make sense that the main antagonist monster from Here Comes the Shaggity would be in How to Kill a Monster. Plus, he was thrown inside the middle of a swamp, and so that's where the main protagonist's grandparents live in How to Kill a Monster. So this could directly lead into How to Kill a Monster. Plus, main antagonist monster from not How to Kill a Monster, but Here Comes the Shaggity is evil, and so it makes sense that he would attack the place. And he does show signs of durability and strength. So it honestly makes sense that the main antagonist monster from Here Comes the Shaggity is the Bog Monster from How to Kill a Monster. But anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comments section below. That was a mouthful. So I'm going to basically sum up my theory that the Bog Monster is the main antagonist monster from Here Comes the Shaggy, because if I was watching this, I'd probably be confused myself. So, in the book, the kid awakens the Shaggity, and Here Comes the Shaggity. He gets flung into the swamp after the monster battle, which would end up being the same swamp as the main protagonist's grandparents in How to Kill a Monster. And then he'd attack the house, because also, forgot to mention, that does make sense that he would randomly attack the house, because if he is native to that area, then he would either attack the grandparents' house earlier, because they've lived there all their life, it seems like. So it makes sense if he's new to the area that he'd attack them then, instead of being a wild creature, and then, hey, I'll just go attack the house today after they've been here for like 50 years. And you see, it doesn't make sense, but if he's new to the swamp, that would make sense. Also, another thing I forgot to mention is that since there's multiple swamp monsters in Here Comes the Shaggy, then it would make sense that the Bog Monster from How to Kill a Monster is the main antagonist monster from Here Comes the Shaggy, because there's multiple swamp monsters, and they probably all consider themselves family. So yeah, that's another little bit of evidence. And also, back to summing it all up, they both show signs of high durability, and they all come from the swamp. Georgia and Florida are bordering states, which makes sense for the Shaggity to go up there. But anyway, that's the end of my theory for today. This one's a bit more intricate and a little crazy. Tell me what you think in the comments section below. Do you think that the Bog Monster is a monster itself? Do you think it's the Shaggity? Do you think it's Swamp Thing? Do you think it's the main antagonist monster from Here Comes the Shaggity? Do you think it's Man-Thing? Or whatever you think. It's another swamp monster or something from comics or a book that I haven't read. Or something like that. But anyway, that's the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And that is the end. I hope this video gave you goosebumps.